it's a Wrdw.
You're watching News 12 on your side.
From the station that's on your side, this is News 12, first at 5.
Here one day, then gone in the blink of an eye. 7 months later, an Aiken family sits down with News 12, looking to honor their loved one.
But first, rain is on the radar. The rain could slow you down a little bit more as well. Have an update in that full forecast for you coming up in just about 10 minutes.
All right, thank you, Riley. It has been a week now since we learned the name of a man found burned in his car, murdered on an old dirt road in Aiken. The fire, though, did not kill him. Freddie Powell III's cause of death was ruled homicidal violence.
And neighbors on Boggy Gut Road in Aiken found his burned car July 28th. Through DNA testing, investigators discovered the body inside was Freddie Powell III, known by his family as Trey. For the first time, his family is speaking to our Hallie Turner about the crime that took their loved one and the search for his killer.
His sister Portia says it was a normal weekend. Her brother was never in one place, always out and about. He was happy and cutting jokes, but nothing about this case, his disappearance, the road where neighbors found his burned car, or the state his body was in makes sense to his family.
Like I said, you would never think nobody do that because, like, he never bothers nobody. Like,
Portia describes her older brother as quiet, funny, loving, respected, and humble.
we always was together from, growing up to adults. He's a fun person, very quiet, and my friends say, like, he put an H in humble.
6 months after neighbors on a rural road discovered his car on fire, she still doesn't know who is responsible.
Whoever had a part in it, eventually they'll pay the cost to everybody who had a part in it. And then it's hard because, like, you go on day to day, but to me, I feel like it's people right around you. They ride up and down the road, pass by, knowing they done did something to my brother, and we'll never get them back.
His death leaving a trail of grief in its wake.
We got a lot of people mad, not just us. You got friends, family, everybody is hurt by this because how do you do this to a person that don't do nothing to nobody? So it's like people are angry, people want revenge.
Aiken County deputies say help from the community can play a huge part in closure.
Community engagement obviously helps any investigation and usually turns out to be a positive thing to where that information is shared with us, to where it gives us a direction to go in.
For now, the family relies on their faith and good memories of Trey to carry them through.
Him popping up at my house and saying, he always says, what you got going on? That's it. I just always use him popping up, just wishing he can pop up one more time.
As of right now, Aiken County tells me they're still working closely with the coroner's office to continue solving what went down that summer day on Boggy Gut Road.
And they hope to get some closure. Thanks for that, Hallie. Funeral arrangements, meanwhile, are set for UGA staffer Chandler LaCroix, who died in a car crash over the weekend. That unimaginable loss has rocked Georgia and the UGA sports community. That crash also took the life of UGA football player Devin Willock. Athens-Clarke County Police returned to the crash site yesterday to investigate that deadly collision, but as of this afternoon, still no word on the cause of the crash, why it happened. Services for LaCroix are tomorrow at 3 in the afternoon at First Baptist Church of Toccoa. There is also a makeshift memorial outside of Sanford Stadium for fans.
Well, education, healthcare, and criminal justice issues will likely be among the first bills under debate at the South Carolina State House this year.
And for one of them, that debate is already underway on the Senate floor. Our State House reporter Mary Green has the details now from Columbia.
Debate started Tuesday in the South Carolina Senate on a bill that would establish a school voucher program statewide. This bill would give up to 15,000 children $6,000 a year from state funding to attend private schools and pay for costs related to that. Those students would have to be eligible for Medicaid or have an IEP to qualify, and then their siblings would as well.
What real option are we giving them? Are we going to let Johnny and Bamberg drive to Richland County? Give me a break. The chances of that are rare. In your rural areas, the private schools are struggling.
I know that there will be students that, if this program is in place, they will benefit from it. It will be the option, and has given that family some options that otherwise don't have options.
Debate on the voucher bill will continue Wednesday. Once that's done, the next bill on the docket for debate in the Senate would repeal South Carolina's Certificate of Need law. Under that, hospitals and clinics have to get approval from the state to build or expand. Senate Majority Leader Shane Massey says he expects senators will also debate legislation to toughen up South Carolina's fentanyl laws in the coming weeks.
Tried this over the last couple of years. We've got to push this across the finish line this year. Too many people are dying, and they're dying from things that they didn't even know was hitting them.
Committees in both the Senate and the House of Representatives will hold hearings here in Columbia on Thursday to take public testimony for the first time this year on those fentanyl-related bills. Reporting from the State House, I'm Mary Green.
Senator Massey says the Senate might also take up legislation concerning catch and release bail laws in the coming weeks as well.
Yeah, we'll keep you guys updated as we learn more here. Former President Donald Trump is coming to Columbia for one of his first public campaign stops for his 2024 White House bid. It's January 28th at 4 in the afternoon at the State House. Senator Lindsey Graham and Governor Henry McMaster will also be there. Trump is also expected to name his South Carolina leadership team.
Aiken Regional is offering a huge sign-on bonus to fight the nursing shortage. Qualified nurses can get a sign-on bonus of up to 25,000 nurses, and they're having several hiring fairs lined up. So for more information, head on over to wrdw.com. We've got a webpage with those details. If you could receive up to $25,000, that's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money. It's a good upgrade there.
Yeah, Georgia saw record high milk prices in 2022, but dairy consultants in Georgia say we can expect prices to go down this year. Calvin Covington says at its core, milk prices and farmers' profits are a supply and demand issue because milk prices have spiked so much, demand for it has gone down, which is what will bring prices down.
Milk prices will probably be about 10 to 15% lower based upon what we know today in 2023 compared to 2022. However, even though they're down, they would still could well be the third highest price in history.
Black recommends shoppers be mindful of what you're buying and don't buy food you're not going to eat. That will help to even out supply and demand a bit. Riley?
We are looking at some dense fog forming overnight, staying pretty warm over the next couple of days as well, and already tracking that next chance for rain by Thursday. Full forecast just after a quick break.
Plus, find out why that cartridge of eggs is a little bit pricier than usual in our area. That's all new at 6 o'clock.
Time in 70s Thursday afternoon. We'll cool off behind that rainfall Thursday, more seasonal feel by Friday. Mostly dry Saturday until we get to later Saturday evening, and then get ready for a pretty wet Sunday.
All right, thanks, Riley. The Red Cross is sending disaster-trained volunteers from South Carolina to Georgia to help with relief efforts. They will help open shelters, provide emergency essentials, as well as emotional support. More than 160 damaging wind reports were recorded across the southeast in that storm system that we saw.
President Joe Biden approving disaster relief funds for Georgia this week. It's for 7 counties, including Butts, Henry, Jasper, Meriwether, Newton, Spalding, and Troup. Storm victims in those counties can now apply for federal assistance. Grants for temporary housing, home repairs, and even low-cost loans can help with losses from property damage. In the meantime, several charities have volunteers in disaster zones. Families picking up the pieces say the help makes all the difference.
Funds running low, so I can't keep staying at a hotel when I ain't got the funds and I ain't working, so we just banking for it right now.
Some great news for the citizens affected in these 7 counties.
This emergency declaration does not include Warren County, where one tornado touched down. We're back in a bit.
It's a brand new year. Time to start with Milton Ruben Toyota. Oh yeah, fresh inventory is arriving daily. Lease a new 2023 Camry LE for $269 a month. Milton Ruben Toyota.
DriveThings.com.
Keep it right.
Grant me hope, because every child deserves a loving home.
If you're interested in learning more about Gina or any of the other children that we featured right here on Grant Me Hope, you can head to our website, wrdw.com.
All you have to do is click on the Grant Me Hope section there at the top. Well, the South Carolina Real Estate Commission is warning people about a new scam targeting vacant lots. The commissioner says that there's a rise in fake mortgages of vacant lots. So here's what's happening. Someone who most likely lives out of the state owns a piece of property that they may not check on very often. The scammer, who may also live out of state, claims the property is theirs and then tries to sell it. Because the actual owner is not paying active attention to their land, fake sellers are getting away with it.
If you come across something that is kind of remotely like this, you need to do your due diligence. We're kind of putting you on notice that you need to dig as deep as you can dig to make sure that you're speaking with the actual seller in front of you.
Before buying, anyone approached with requests should verify that the seller matches the person on the land deed, so it has to be in compliance with state law there.
Well, not much sunshine today, but we will see it later into the week, and you'll need it for Miss Patty Baumgartner from Grovetown, Georgia. She's got her own Plunkett heating and air sunshade, and if you want to get your own, just go to wrdw.com, click on contest, and you can enter your email right there. Having a look at radar and that 7-day just after the break.
It's a brand new year. Time to start with Milton Rubin Superstore. Oh yeah, fresh inventory is arriving daily. We have plenty to choose. Every make and every model, price to move. Make a fresh start today. Milton Rubin Superstore. The original. It's a brand new year. Time to start with Milton Rubin Superstore. Oh yeah, fresh inventory is arriving daily. We have plenty to choose. Every make and every model, price to move. Make a fresh start today. Milton Rubin Superstore.
All right, not the best looking day out there from our studio camera. You can see the gray conditions, wet roadways. Be safe on that commute home, and we are expecting this rain to continue at least for the next couple of hours. Luckily, not a terribly cold rain for us. We're actually close to 60 degrees right now here in Augusta. West winds less than 10 miles an hour, and the wind should calm down as we head into tonight, and that's going to allow that dense fog to form, so be prepared for that early tomorrow morning. You can see this rain does stretch across the northern central CS area, just kind of spotty in nature for the most part, but some good steady light rainfall across the Augusta area that will continue up until 8, 9 p.m. later this evening, and then we should start to improve our conditions before that fog does form as we head into late tonight. So watch out for that for the first part of your Wednesday. Tomorrow's generally just going to be cloudy, warmer. Could see a few isolated showers late Wednesday, but better chance for rain by Thursday.
All right, thanks, Riley. That's all the time we have. Much more news and weather coming up after a short break as News 12 First at 5 continues.
Okay, we got some new blood.